Hi all. Okay, moving on to turn 23. Now I realised at the end of the last turn the tide drops back down again, the mid-tide line, so we don't have any obstacles anymore though, so no need to check for mines either. So any infantry we don't need to check for that, it's just any other stuff. And unfortunately it's landing a hex behind where I thought it was, but it's not a huge big deal, but okay, well, I guess we don't need to draw a card for these guys. So yeah, that's fine. So let's just land them and mid-tide. That's it, right? Okay. And then this guy in here, and the other two guys with the HQ. Actually, I think we can take the clear markers away, but I will just leave them just in case there is something that's been missed. Okay, and then there was nothing to land on the other side, so we have something. Yeah, it says all beach obstacles clear mid-tide. There's something, I think it's an anti-tank unit. Yeah, it is. It is, however, just attempting to land on this turn, so I think we do need to keep it in the first division. The best place for it is, let's say we've no beach obstacles, but we still need to check for these landing. They still fall under that same table, which is kind of tricky for them to get landed. Yeah, that hex there is probably about the best. I better just try to head up that way, get up that draw. I would have thought. Okay, that's all that. Right, so first event, let's say we've got a couple of things set up that obviously events can spoil. So, whatever. So, just find a position to bring the card into. Okay, so turn 23, first event card, that's right. We've not missed anything, no. Done the landing. Right, first event, turn 23. Unexpected US naval fire. Well, hopefully I'll take that in my due. This is kind of late on, we're pushing in a bit, so... right, let's see because I think it can hit us, this as well. Draw a fire... Oh. Okay. Draw a fire card to randomly determine which of the three positions is hit by a barrage of US naval artillery fire. The position listed on the event card with the target selector shown on the fire card is hit. Okay. If a German unit is in the position, it is disrupted and its death marker, if any, is eliminated. That's nice. If US units are in the position, draw a second fire card. One US unit in the position with the target symbol on the second card must lose a step. If no units in the position have the target symbol on the second fire card, the fire has no effect. If no units are in the position, the fire has no effect. Leaders are not affected. This fire does not cost you a naval fire marker. Yeah. Right, well, I think the odds are slightly better for us there. Should we look at the positions first or just draw the card? Yeah, I think I'll just draw the card. And maybe I'll look at the positions afterwards. Okay, so basically, yeah, whatever symbol we get, we're going to get one of these three. What's that? That's a diamond. I think that's the one I would rather have not had, because that's WN66. Like I say, I've not looked. Yeah. Oh, that could be bad. And look, it's here. WN66 South, wasn't it? Yeah. It's here. And the one unit we moved from there to there to kind of set up this little bit situation here. I bet I'm going to find better results than A6, although we're heavily into A, so that might not have been the case. Just looking across there. Bring up, where are we? So there's A2. There's a B. A7. Do we not have A6? Right, A4. It must be one of the ones we've got. A7, I looked at that already. That's A1. A3. A9. Where are you? It's A6. A4 must be this one. There, it's there. Well, that would have been our HQ. They're not affected. Yeah, leaders are not affected. I'm assuming command post. I'm assuming a command post would count as a leader, I would have thought. And then G5 is across the other side. That might have been the better one. Yeah, it might be this hex here. No, it's not. There's one on the doorbell, sorry. Yeah, G5 is the one we wanted. Look, that would have been nice. It's not really affecting anything greatly, but that would have been the one we wanted. Okay, well, we're still not quite hit yet, because we've got to draw another card. And the fact that it was a diamond, the card we just drew, I think we need to draw... So if US unit's in the position, draw a second fire card. One US unit in the position with the target symbol on the second card must lose a step. If no US units in the position have the target symbol, the fire has no effect. So this is the card we drew to select which position it was, which is a diamond. So we now need to draw another card. So hopefully it's not a diamond this time. There's a triangle. Okay. So that would have been not the best, really, because he's sitting in sporadic fire, and we moved him there to protect, not only keep protecting the brown from German communication, but it was blocking the orange communication. So if he'd been hit, both brown and orange could have reoccupied there. So, yeah, got away with that. What was it? That's an event card. But that's an event past, anyway, that didn't do anything bad to us. So, yeah, we take that as a plus. Although, like I just said there, it could have been rather worse. Right, I'm going to go for fire, and I just got the habit of looking right. The first card was blue, the second card was not. It's not such a big concern over here, but I think blue is a colour I don't want to see. So fire in the east, here we go. We do not have blue, so that's good. And it was a diamond anyway. I think it was a blue triangle I was concerned about, and it was these guys here. Yeah, I didn't really want them getting hit. Although I did realise, if they did take a hit, we could just as easily have moved this unit before making the attack on this purple position. If purple's not came up, I wouldn't have minded purple just coming up, because because we're going to have a go at that guy this time. Red patrol, oh dear, I don't like that. That's the one that goes out 4 hexes. Oh, don't tell me. No. I've got a bad feeling that this guy's going to get disrupted. Oh, mind you, he fires into there. No. Oh, I was going to get some markers. Right, hang on. Right, okay, so yeah, I've got some markers here, and I thought, why I didn't think about that myself, Martin, but thanks for letting me know about that. So we're looking at double red positions. So here's one. Now the double red doesn't look at unoccupied. Remember, it's just the R action and the A action. So that's only double red. And then we've got green. There's a green. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, no advance, yeah. Forgot about what we were concerned about here, but no advance, but however. I don't think he has units in his field of fire, so he might look to try and redeploy. Anyway, however, this is an empty R. Okay, I'll just put a cube there, but just so that I can check communication. Although, hang on though, with no reinforcements, so I don't think I need to do that at all. So yeah, that's only occupied R, and there's no need to mark other R's, is there? Because other greens. There's a green that's within 2, for instance, but it is just the reinforce action, isn't it? Yeah, and we don't have any reinforcement units. So no, I do not need to mark them. So, and then just occupied brown. Actually, they weren't the best colours, were they? Because that's blue position and an orange position are way up there. So yeah, they're the 3 occupied positions of the colour. Right, okay. So I guess you would, from the 3 positions, Martin, are you saying you would look at the highest number first then? That's a 2, that's a 3, and that's a 4. So do this one first. Is that how you would? Because that's how that sequencing would do it. If there is a clash between the 2 that causes trouble, then you would do that one first. I suppose I should do it that way. It just means I'm jumping about between. Yeah, that does make sense. So just in case, because let's just say this position was going to, this is the R action, so this may well consider like trying to redeploy. Okay, and there's no A. You've got to consider that the A action is the one, the advance action is the one that you always leave till the last. Right, okay, so we'll do the higher position first then. That's C4. So he's doing an R action, so he does not have units in his field of fire. That green position's coming from there, mind. So yeah, he does not have units in his field of fire, so he is going to try and redeploy. Yeah, well, we looked at that the last time and it was possible, wasn't it? So that might stir things up a little bit. So eligible position is occupied reinforcement position in German communication with no US units in field of fire. Yeah. Right, and is he in a VP hex? Yes, so he does need to be going to another VP hex, doesn't he? A German unit in a VP position may only redeploy to another VP position. So, yeah. He's not going to fire, and then he's going to maybe change his depth marker. Right, well, we know that these are all locked in. There's no communication trace to here. This one's surrounded. Or here, thankfully, that we didn't leave that gap. I almost did, didn't I? Yeah, and A2's fine as well. So the stuff inside here's fine. So, but I did look the last time at the possibility here. Yeah, see, this is a possibility because it fires into there. The orange is not. This blue is not actually. It might just be that hex then. Might just be B2. That's kind of good in a way, is it not? Because we're getting rid of this guy from here. Then we can breathe a bit easier. Yeah. In actual fact, yeah, we might start moving in and grabbing some of that. Sorry, I said B4, B2, isn't it? B2, yeah. I think so. No, hang on though, hang on. We do have these along here. I know that green does not fire. And red's too far away. Oh, wait a minute. Right, how did I miss that one? C2 there. Yeah, of course, this is the one. This is the position we just came round. It's not a VP one though, so don't think he's going to go there. It does have units to field of fire. Yeah, so that's not a VP one, so he doesn't want to do that because he's moving from a VP. So yeah, I think it's going to be B2. There we go. And I'll just move that off rather than tilt him because he has moved into a red position. But if I'm putting the wee markers on to say which ones are eligible, that also covers that as well. I don't want to get mixed up with the patrol action, maybe, or the P action anyway. Right, okay, I think that's right. Well, I think that's okay with us, yeah? This is the one I'm concerned about. So next one, well, hang on. Let's see. That's a 3 and that's a 2, yeah. So this is the highest number. So, but he did have units in his field of fire, and it's not the right shape. No, he is going to patrol. Oh, but hold on. It is looking at. I think it might look outside though if it doesn't find anything. I've still got the feeling this guy's going to get disrupted. Right, well, we've never done patrol. Here we go. So the eligible position is an occupied reinforcement position. That's correct. Position does not fire. Instead, it conducts prods and quick attacks to scout and harass the enemy. Place disrupted markers on every US unit regardless of target symbol. In hexes in the position's intense and steady field of fire. Not in hexes with sporadic fire. So this is sporadic fire, but I get the feeling that we're not finished yet because I think my recollection is if it doesn't hit anything, it then looks elsewhere. So I'll read on. If there are no US units in the position's intense or steady field of fire, yeah, here we go. Place a disrupted marker on just one US unit within 3 hexes of the position. If more than one US unit is within range, disrupt the closest unit. Oh, we've got a result here. If more than one US unit is within this range, disrupt the closest unit, then the unit with the target symbol shown on the fire card, then with a greater attack strength. Your choice. Well, this guy's closer than this guy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And I mean, we're fine with that. We don't mind him being disrupted. He moved there to cover that position, block this withdrawal, which he can still do when he's disrupted, I hope. Well, anyway, that's the guy that's getting it. That feels like a result. Right, well, maybe I just need to find out if there's a problem with disrupted units still controlling the hex. That doesn't seem to ring any bells that there is an issue with that, but could be wrong. German communication may not pass through any hexes occupied or controlled by US units. A US unit in a following type controls its hex. Yeah, there's no talk about if the unit's disrupted that stops it from controlling the hex. I don't believe. I just read an interesting rule that maybe I hadn't considered. 12.24, which is just after the German blockage communication, Says communication status of German positions is established at the beginning of the German fire phase and does not change throughout the phase. A position out of communication at the start of the phase remains out of communication throughout the phase, even if German fire reduces or eliminates US units that were blocking communication. Oh, during a US attack, German communication status is determined at the moment of the attack. Okay. Well, we were concerned previously, weren't we, about when we had this unit here, that if he took a hit, it would open up communication. Well, that wouldn't have been the case then. I need to try and remember that one, because I think I've thought about that one a couple of times. Yeah, I don't. Nothing's ringing a bell that a disrupted unit still doesn't control the hex. I think that would be clearly written somewhere, and I would know that one. So all good. However, I'm just looking back up there and realizing that we still have the M action, and this guy's not far away from this. However, he does fire in here, so it could be the mortar thing, but I think he's going to try and fire into there. But however, again, this doesn't have the symbol, and what worries me is this does have the symbol. And I thought the patrol was going to catch me out there. So, right, well, let's go and have a look then. So, occupied. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no, it's a straight up fire. If it's got units in its field of fire. Oh, this is awful lucky. Martin's definitely shaking his head here. Because he's got units in his field of fire. And my wee chart there, it just says it'll just fire as normal. Yeah, mortar action. Yeah, the mortar action is only if it's an occupied position with no US units in its field of fire. And if that was the case, what would it do? Yeah, it's all hexes within 3. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and this guy would be the symbol and would take the hit. Not sure if it's a hit or maybe a disrupt. No, it'll be a hit actually. Yeah, but because this guy's in the how good was it putting this guy here, by the way? That's maybe something to remember. Because he's just sitting there. What was it? The last time we had the R action where this guy could have redeployed, but because he had this in his field of fire, I mean, he disrupted at that time. This time he's not even going to disrupt it. He's going to fire into this hex and do nothing. I'll take that. The thing is, this is not the side we need all this luck. It's over the other side at the moment. And I'm not saying I've not had my fair share of luck. Don't get me wrong, but I'd prefer this outcome, or it's different across the other side, but a better outcome on the other side than I would on this side. That's that. No artillery. Right, okay, here's a big one. We don't want red or orange, right? So fire in the west, here we go. Oh dear. Ah well, this really is going to hurt. No artillery. Nah. I'd taken artillery before and got rid of one of the colours. Never mind the two of them, but just one. Okay, sorry, I never checked. Disruption. We only had purple disrupted across that side, and purple was not on the card. Okay, so now we've got empty reds and greens to consider as well. So, well, you know what? I'm just going to put a wee counter on that as well because that's disrupted. Yeah, this is maybe a bit I don't know, maybe I'm doing more than I should be doing here. Sorry, there, I'm just marking this horrible area. Red and orange. We've got double green as well. Right, it does have something in its field of fire, so I'm going to mark it. Yeah, I can, if I mark the colours at least, then I can look. So, is there any empty reds that are within 2? No, we don't have reinforcements again though, so I don't need to look at that. It's really greens for an ambush. Yeah, there's one there. So within 2, whether it's... Oh yeah, oh no it doesn't. Fire in there anyway. There's another green, but it's within 3. And that green's on the other side. Okay, good. Right, I think that's everything. Oh, there's another red that was disrupted. You know what? I'm better not marking that. That's just going to throw me off. I'm used to checking disruption later on. Mind you, it is an extra reminder, I suppose, because sometimes you do kind of move on and then realise. Fortunately, I think a couple of times I've moved on, I've realised after the fact. But anyway, yeah, I think that's everything. So, well, the orange stuff is all just going to fire. The red, to be honest, I think it's just going to fire as well, isn't it? Right, well, let's look at numbers then, I suppose, right? That's nothing, that's a 1. That's a 2, whether that's relevant or not. Excuse me. That's a 2. What is this? That's a nothing. I'm not sure. It looked better over that other side, but doing it this way now, I don't know. Well, actually, yeah, because this might advance. Oh, well, is there an arrow for this? There is, but it's into there. And I do that, you do that action last anyway. So yeah, I suppose we should leave this to last, just in case, because this, well, it's not, I think it's just going to sit there and fire. It could potentially redeploy, you know, and I think if that happened, then maybe that advance would happen, you know. If for some reason this was to redeploy, then he would maybe advance into there. Right, I think what I'll do is I've marked them, and because there's that many, I think I'll just try and do it the way I would normally do it. I mean, maybe Martin meant marking them, and then just, you can see which ones are. But he did say, and then carrying them out in the order, but... well, this I don't think's got units in its field of fire, has it? Oh, that orange is coming from there. Yeah, so this is not going to do anything. The orange is also hitting leaders. Right, I'm going to simply resolve this. This is hitting 4 things. We kind of know what's happening here, because we set it up to be able to take this hit, but it doesn't mean it's going to hurt any less. So these 2 are intense. I mean, like I say, the good thing is we got them revealed. So that's 1, 2 hits. I was thinking that, I didn't think that guy was in intense. Right, so he takes the 3rd hit, the leader, the hero, sorry. E2115. There it is, right. So he's now reduced, and that's another catastrophic loss. That's us up to 11 on this side. So that's 3 hits, and then our 4th hit was one of these 2, but because they're the same distance away, the same amount of steps, it lets us choose, and then we clearly choose the one the non-ranged unit so that we've still got the range to be able to make this attack back. So that's why I'd set it up that way. I mean, it was still horrible, but right, that's him, had his 4 hits. Okay. Yeah, I'll leave that actually, because that might have to, because red and orange are firing, so it might need to be worked out a bit better. So what about this green position that's unoccupied and within 2 ambush? So ambush, where are you? Conducted by an unoccupied position represents fire. An ambush is resolved using an ambush column. Oh yeah, okay. I think it's not got anything in its. The position's not got anything in its field of fire though, has it? Yeah. So it's looking for units that are in the field of fire. So yeah, that doesn't do anything then, does it? If there are no such units, ambush disrupts. Oh, hang on. Yeah. No, it's got to have units in its field of fire. Yeah, so its eligible position is unoccupied reinforcement position in German communication and with US units in its field of fire. Right, so it doesn't have US units in its field of fire, so we can take that away. Okay, well, we'll resolve this orange and red fire, and then, just in case for some reason. But again, oh, we didn't actually check that red, did we? I mean, it was the R, but I'm sure it's resupplying fire. Yeah, it's got US units to field. So if it didn't have depth, it would build depth and then fire. So this is the same situation, and he's got depth. Well, the orange has got 4 hits to dish out, and the red's got 4 hits to dish out. What's the symbol? A diamond. Okay, well that's quite good, because I can see a diamond here, and he's an intense anyway. What about this disrupted guy underneath? So it doesn't look like this guy's going to be hit. Right, he's a diamond. So that's 1 hit. The hero's not on anything. These guys, it doesn't stretch out to there, or right, sorry, that's probably off camera. Well, you know what? I think it's these 2, and then, well, this little guy up the top, because they're wanting to dish out. This little, that's a ranger as well, isn't it? Bugger. So they want to dish out 8 hits between the two of them. This is in steady fire. This is in steady fire from both orange and red, by the way. Not, I've got to remember they're both firing. These 2, however, are intense fire. So yeah, they're the ones that are going to take the hit. So away goes our ranged guy. Both of these are revealed though, so all the hits are going to be, there's no disruption involved. You know what? It didn't maybe look as bad as how I was expecting. That's the wrong background. I think, yeah, I mean, they took a hit. I mean, it would have been worse if it was this unit we lost, to be honest. Although we've lost our range, haven't we? Yeah. But does that not still set us up for an attack on orange here? We have the double flank now. Maybe we should finish the German fire phase grant. Right, so he can hit no more. And he can hit no more. We've got hits to give out spare, but there's nothing for them to hit. They weren't hitting... They were hitting leaders. It's got our HQ. That's right, and that mean... Yeah, because there's hits left to spare. I mean, you could say the red hit here. Oh, hang on. No, red doesn't fire into there. I'm forgetting they can take more than one hit, can't they? Because there's red and orange firing here. Fortunately, red doesn't fire in here, or these guys would take another hit. Yeah, and obviously the symbol's a diamond. We've nothing with a diamond. So, but to be honest, there's plenty of orange hit. Orange hit this twice. He's still got 2 hits to hit. He's going to hit the HQ. Damn it. Oh, that's spoilt. What I just said was... I just went and said there, well, it maybe wasn't quite as bad as I thought. And now I've lost our HQ. Yeah, there's nothing I can do with it, is there? That's cruel. That's cruel. So what, it goes back on the track 2 turns ahead, doesn't it? Yeah, I can't see a way out, I'm afraid, so it's going on the turn track on turn 25. That's going to be kind of devastating, I think. I feel as if things weren't grim enough, not having... I mean, we still have the other HQ, but I don't know, I guess the guys have all got to try and get together now, and well, the thing is, these guys are all round this hoping to do something here, but now this is 2 actions now, where it was all going to be free. Right, let's finish off. Is this green guy doing anything? He's got the A, and he's got units in the field to fire? Yes, he does. So he is going to try and advance, but we had this guy before try to advance, so I don't think he's going to do anything. So, yeah, in actual fact, it was not as bad as I thought, apart from just seeing that at the end. Yeah, so if an occupied does not have an advanced arrow, or if it's an arrow pointing to a position already occupied by German unit, position fires normally. So he's only going to fire, and he's only firing into this hex, and this guy's a circle. So that was quite lucky. The symbol across this side got lucky, right? Yeah, did indeed. So here's just looking at what we've got here. We have 6, 9, and 8. We have 17 against 10. We have the weapons. Yeah, we've got this guy disrupted and his depth marker removed, destroyed, or whatever. So we do actually have that. We need to use 2 actions, but well, we do have a second event to come as well. But okay. Well, you know what? I wouldn't have been too annoyed there, apart from just losing the HQ, because it didn't end up looking that bad. I mean, the red firing there was horrible, but we set that up to be able to deal with it. Didn't seem quite as harsh here, and I think that's because we got lucky with the symbol on the card. But the HQ, I say lucky with the symbol. Yeah, the star symbol was the one that got us. Okay, and then we do have 2 red positions to remove disruption from. That shouldn't be a problem. This, I don't know. Oops, remove the unit as well. I'm not sure if that's an issue or not. We've nothing really in red. This isn't sporadic, but I don't know. I don't know if we can do anything with us. I think we need to wait on the other guys coming across. Right, okay, well that's the fire phase. Well, I'm at 39 minutes. I've not got much longer to go, but I could draw the next event and maybe do the HQ phase, so hang on. Okay, let's just draw the next event card. So this is second event, so we've got to look out for the armour. Martin's waiting patiently on his armour coming in. Turn 23. Here we go. Remove disruption. I'll take that. I'll take that. Remove disruption for all German units. Well, we've only got the one, and it was a purple. And if you recall, I said that I wouldn't have minded purple coming up in the fire card because we've got the situation taken care of. I hope, if I've worked it out right. And not only that, this is the second event phase, and that's where you want the remove disruption event coming. If anything, if you're going to get it anywhere, you want it after they've fired, for sure. So that is nice to see after losing my HQ, just perk me up a little bit. Okay, can we do the... Yeah, I'm going to do the US Engineering HQ phase and then I'll call it a wrap for now because I've got other things I need to do today, I'm afraid. So, what are we doing? Right, choices are... Right, there's no artillery fired, which we're taking note of now. So, we can up the range. It's going to stay at 3, well, it's going to move from 3 to 3. And we still cannot do nothing here because of blue. So, I guess that'll be that then. So we up the range of this one to 3. Keep it at 3, shall we say. So there'll be no other effects there, no other garrisons, etc. We move this HQ now. Yeah, we do need to check nothing's in its field of fire, I think, but that's all fine. So that goes up to another 3 as well. Let's just try to get to the end there, really. Right, over this side might... No, because we've left the blue position still open, isn't it? So it's still potentially field of fire into here, and we've not done nothing with red yet. So we cannot place it down here. So again, we just up the range of the other one then, so that is getting to get a move up to 2 now though. So is there any possible, well, these 2 hexes, however, red is firing into here, and as we know, this is one position, so I cannot garrison that, and blue is firing into here, so again, it's that's one position, so I cannot garrison there. So that'll be a no, there'll be no garrison. So, yeah, that's it. That's the US engineer phase, isn't it? I believe so. Yeah, I guess I'm just looking at the clock and seeing 42 minutes and thinking, you mustn't have been talking much there, Grant. Yeah, that seemed to went quite quick and smooth and okay, right, well, I'll just cut that there and yeah, because I will. I'll put that out as a part. I'll just keep some shorter, and then if for some reason my first US action phase goes quick like that, but they do tend to. Oh, I think turn 22 I ended up with 4 videos. Right, okay, stop rabbiting. Right, I'll be back soon, guys. Okay, cheers.